With the Jets out of the way, Baltimore fans turned their attention to the next showdown opponent on the schedule, the Miami Dolphins, and the return of the Colts' former head coach.
Don, the fans of Baltimore haven't forgotten.
Well, Jack, they presented me with this picture here, and I certainly appreciate it. This was done on the part of the Colt corrals, which I think pretty much typify the fans in Baltimore, and it was just a tremendous thing for me to come in here and to get an award.
Just glad to see he was back in town because I like Don a lot. It wasn't going to impact how I played the game, whether I would become more aggressive because Don's back in town. I wasn't into that. Maybe Rosenblum might be more aggressive or talk more aggressively, or all the fans might be hissing and throwing tomatoes.
I think McCafferty might have said something like, you know, CR would really like to win this one. And I think everybody laughed. And then we go in the dadgum Dolphin game, and the first half, we don't play well offensively. We just didn't do anything. We just dropped the ball and missed blocking assignments and that sort of thing. But we ran a kickback or something, and they made a couple of mistakes.
Gardine moves forward, takes it.
Here was special teams. At that point, our kick and punt returners were at their peak. Gardine was at his peak. And that's what won the game for us. That's what triggered the victory for us.
Duncan up to the 15, the 20, cuts to the outside, to the 25, gets a block, he's at the 30, the 40, the 50, down the sideline, he'll go all the way. A 99-yard kickoff return to start the second half.
Colt fever was raging all along Chesapeake Bay. The fans had forgotten the team's slow start and were now firmly on the bandwagon. Clearly, the most well-known Baltimore booster was Maryland's ex-governor and current Vice President of the United States.
The accent, ladies and gentlemen, should not be on tearing America down, but speaking up for what's right with America.
I think I asked him one time, what kind of name was that? Spiro or Spiro or something. Is that like are you an American? I said some silly thing like that. You have a green card?
And that's the way Spiro Agnew was. I think they saw him as a former governor of Maryland. He was a Baltimore guy, and he loved the Colts. I think he was a Colt nut. I don't think there was any question about that. I mean, he knew everything.
Well, I've been around them a little while, and I'm a very loyal Colt fan. In spite of my national connections, Howard, I stick with the Colts.
Because their political views were similar, Mike Curtis didn't appear too upset when an unidentified teammate mysteriously posted Agnew's picture inside Mike's locker.
I didn't do it because I was a vote one way or the other, or support a Democrat or Republican or fascist or communist or whatever the heck. I think somebody might have stuck it in there. Bill Curry might have done it, I think.